Hello and welcome to this After Effects certification preparation series of videos. I'm Luisa Winters. In this video, I want to cover Objective 5.1b, which is to archive a project. We're going to talk about finding missing files, fonts, file names, locations, etc. And we are going to talk about the dependencies and the collect files command. All right, let's go into After Effects. In After Effects, please open the composition named. Check and verify, check a composition for errors and verify specifications, which is the same composition that we had open the last time. Now let's go to File, Dependencies, and let's collect files. When you click on Collect Files, basically a new dialog opens up and you can collect the source files, all of them for all the comp, only for some comps, or none, just the project. So right now I would like to archive the entire project. I usually do that, so I usually check all, and I can either generate the report or I can, or not. And I am going to reveal the Collected Project Explorer when finished. So look at this. It tells me how many files will be collected and how many effects are used. When I click on Collect, it's going to ask me where to save this. All right, so it's a folder that I probably created already, etc., etc. So this lets me archive only the things that I'm using. This is super important because you're working on your project today and maybe you think you're done. Next year, that client may call you and say, hey, remember that other project that we worked? Can you publish it again and just change a couple of things? If you don't have it, that would be a problem. And it's embarrassing to tell the client, oh, you know what, I trashed it. Always collect, archive, all right? Always collect and archive. So I'm going to cancel out of this and I'm going to cancel out of this because I don't really need to collect this. So if I go to File, Dependencies, Consolidate All Footage, it's not going to find any because this has to do with duplicate footage that I may have in my project and I don't have any here. And this will get rid of that duplicate footage so that my project is a little bit smaller and I don't duplicate things that I don't need. If you go to File, Dependencies again, you can remove unused footage. And look at this. Seven things were removed because we didn't use them at all. 7 things were removed. Keep it in mind that if you keep on importing stuff and then you go, oh, I didn't want to use that and blah, 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 and it's all in the same folder, that maybe you're making your project much bigger than what it needs to be. And if you just remove all of these and then archive the project, then only really what you used gets archived. So it's leaner, it's better. So I don't need to undo because I have this saved in many places. But let's go back to File, Dependencies, Reduce Project. So there were 37 items that were not used by the selected items would have been deleted. You can undo if desired. Look at this. If I click OK, all of my compositions were gone. They're gone. Only the composition that was open, the one that I'm ready to export, it's ready. So you know what? I can do a number of things. I can undo, Control Z. All of my compositions are back. Right? I can also go File, Revert. The point is, sometimes we start creating things that we don't need. Maybe we're experimenting and we are doing a composition version 1, and then we duplicate it. Say, I duplicate this one here, and it's version 2. Let me duplicate it. This is version 2. And at the end, I only like version 15. But I have versions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. I have all those other versions that I could just get rid of. And that's what that does. File, Dependencies, Reduce Project. Done. Done. All right? Now, if you keep on going, File, Dependencies, you can find missing effects. I didn't use any effects that were not included with the plain vanilla installation of After Effects. So of course it didn't find any. But had I done it, it wouldn't have found them, if I had opened this in a system that didn't have them. All right. So File, Dependencies, find missing fonts, right? So I'm a Verdana girl. Verdana exists in pretty much every single system. So, File, Dependencies, finally finding missing footage. Like if you have a footage that is offline, I can't find it by any reason. So let me go ahead and revert this. I'm going to revert this. And this is the original. And now I'm going to go and I'm going to delete. I'm going to delete, say, these 3 video files. All right. I'm just going to delete them. It's telling me, but now I saved it like that, blah, 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 blah. Now I can go File, Dependencies, find missing footage, and it's showing them to me right there. All right. If you remember how to reconnect these, let me just show you really quickly. In fact, I'm going to go to the recycle bin. I am going to restore these. There it is. Back in After Effects, I can select all of these and I can say reload and it found them. And now when I go File, Dependencies, find missing footage, it's not going to find any. All right. So when it comes to collecting files, After Effects can gather all of the media elements like audio, video, etc., used in your project and place them all into a single folder, even retaining the folder structure that you created within After Effects itself. Consolidate all footage means that it finds redundancies in your project source and removes the copies. All right, so it removes the copies. Reduce project will delete anything in the project that isn't inside one of the compositions that is selected in the project panel. So you have to select the composition first and then go to Reduce Project, and then it removes the rest. And this brings me to the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.